Do you have full control of your surfboard when you're surfing, or are you one of those guys who, when you paddle back after a wave and you see this big wave coming towards you, or you see someone riding the wave in front of you, you're like, and you freeze and you have no idea what to do? Well, let's talk about that. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you some common mistakes people do when they approach a wave or when a wave approaches them, and common ways to correct that. You know, surfing is a very fun sport, but it can be quite dangerous, especially if you lose control of your surfboard. And it's your responsibility and my responsibility to take full control of the surfboards. So let's have a look at how to fix that and how to approach the wave correctly and how to get over it or under it with a shortboard or a longboard. It's very important as surfers to take full control of your surfboards, especially after a wipeout or even when you're paddling back out after a wave. When you see a wave coming towards you, you should know how to either get underneath the wave or over the wave. It's very important to do this, otherwise you could put yourself or other people at risk and danger. So learn how to go under or how to go over the wave. And it's not the most difficult thing to do either. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the best ways to either go over or under the waves. I'll also show you some common mistakes and common errors that a lot of people do, especially on beginner to intermediate level surfers. And these are things we need to try avoid. Safety is the most important thing in surfing. So let's learn how to control our surfboards. You'll see a lot of beginner to intermediate surfers who are not able to either duck dive or turtle roll or even paddle over a wave correctly do this. They'll jump off their surfboards and they'll hang onto their surfboards as a wave approaches. Now, at least they're holding onto their boards and not letting go of them, but when the wave's a little bit steeper and bigger, it's easy to lose control of the surfboard. And if someone is behind you and you lose your board, it's going to hit that person either in the head or somewhere on the body, and it's not so good. Usually what happens is that people who haven't surfed enough or haven't got enough experience in these kind of situations freeze because they don't really know what to do. They aren't familiar with how to get out the way if someone's paddling for a wave or if someone's busy riding the wave. The worst and the most dangerous is to let go of your surfboard, especially if somebody's behind you. If you do let go of your surfboard, with the length of the surfboard and the stretch of the leash, the board could reach quite far and hit someone in the head or in the body. And even worse, if the leash snaps, you could lose the board and the board could go hit someone else. It is every surfer's responsibility to hold and control their surfboard and to not let it go. Surfers who are not skilled at either duck diving or turtle rolling will try push through the wave. And now in some cases this will work, but other cases it won't work. If the wave's steep or it's already broken and there's a lot of white water, it's going to pull and push you quite far back. So it is good to practice turtle rolling and duck diving because that's going to help you get deep enough to go underneath the wave without you getting sucked or pulled back. If you're approaching an unbroken wave or a small white water wave, then the best thing to do is to just paddle over the wave. All you need to do is approach the wave at a 90-degree angle, and just before the wave gets to you, you place your hands under the shoulders, flatten the board, and you lift your chest and your head up and over the wave. If you're a complete beginner and you are still learning and surfing in the white water waves, then the best thing to do is to always hold the board next to you, lifting the board or pushing the board nose first over the wave. Picking up the board over the wave every time can get quite tiring, so it's best to push the board over the wave nose first by placing your one hand on the tail to sink the tail and the other hand further forward to stabilize it as it goes over the wave. When you get further out into deeper water, you will be unable to push off the bottom over a wave. This means you will face bigger waves and you will need to learn how to turtle roll. The main purpose of a turtle roll is to control your surfboard. So you need to aim at a 90-degree angle to the wave, otherwise the wave will catch you. If you try turtle roll with the board not at a 90-degree angle to the wave, it's way easier to lose the board and you will get dragged further back with the surfboard. A turtle roll is done best when you're facing at a 90-degree angle to the wave and you give yourself about 2 meters before the wave gets to you to flip over, hold the board either on the rails or lock your hands across the board, let the wave roll over you, and once the wave has rolled over you, then you're going to jump back onto the board and continue paddling back out. Make sure that when the wave does roll over you, that you hold your board nice and tight so that you don't lose it. Surfers who ride boards with a lot less volume can learn how to duck dive the boards. A duck dive is a simple movement where you sink the nose first underneath the wave and you kick the tail down underneath the wave to follow through until you get to the other side of the wave. If you are struggling to duck dive, or if you have no idea how to duck dive, then have a look at my YouTube tutorial on how to duck dive. There are some simple ways to do it and also some common mistakes to avoid. So check it out and let me know what you think. And if you like these videos, or if you are learning from these videos, be sure to share these videos and also subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted for the next tutorial. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Get out there and surf and practice all these free tips.